Hi, my name is Noria and I'm from Group 6. For our group task, we need to analyze one secondary school student from Cikgu Aina online class. We will use three theories which are cognitive, behaviorist, and humanistic. We will also suggest some learning strategy and help the student. This case that we choose is case study number 5 and it's about a student named Farid. This is our overview. Our context is Cikgu Aina online secondary school class and our focus is on Form 1 student. The topic we are covering is student engagement and social belonging. And our main goal is to support Farid before the end of term assessment. So who is Farid? Farid is a new transfer student who joined Cikgu Aina online class in the middle of the term. Before this, he was known as an active and cheerful student. But after 6 weeks in Cikgu Aina class, she noticed a big change. Farid became very quiet. He rarely turned on his camera and microphone during the lessons. Based on a survey, Farid shared that he feels like he doesn't know anyone. Because of that, he feels very disconnected from both the class and the lesson. From this case, we identify three main issues that Farid is facing in Cikgu Aina class. The first issue is feeling lonely. This is supported by the survey where Farid said that he doesn't know anyone. As a new student in an online class, it is very hard for him to make friends. The second issue is that he is not active in class. The proof is that during Cikgu Aina lesson, he rarely turned on his camera and microphone. When a student is silent like this, it is very hard for the teachers to know if he's okay or if he's understand the lessons. The third issue is having a hard time to adapt or adjust. Joining Cikgu Aina class in the middle of term and online on top of that makes it even harder for Farid to adapt. But there is still hope. We notice one positive thing. During an icebreaker in Cikgu Aina class, Farid actually participated actively. They show us that Farid wants to connect. He just needs support. So that concludes my part. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarika. I'm from Group 6. Let's see the cognitive approach. Focuses on how thought, perception, belief, and mental process influence learning and behavior. Farid feels that he doesn't know anymore in the new class. He believes the online format makes it harder to make friends. This thought may reduce his motivation, attention, and participation. However, his grade remains stable because he still has the knowledge and skill to complete his work. Let's see cognitive explanation of the icebreaker. Why did Farid become more engaged? The icebreaker gave Farid a positive social experience. Next, working with one partner made interaction feel easier and less intimidating. His successful interaction may have changes his perception from I don't know anyone here or I can communicate and connect with my classmates. Either two. Next, his job in the group that shows increases confidence and willingness to participate. Next, therefore, positive experience can change thoughts and perception, leading to greater academic and also the social engagement. Thank you. Conclusion. Farid's problem is not a lack of academic ability, but reduced engagement caused partly by his perception of social isolation. Positive social experience can help change this perception and rebuild motivation. Thank you.
So, good morning everyone. Now I will explain the behavior approach analyzed in Farid case using the behavior approach. The behavior approach focuses on how person behavior is influenced by the environment, consequences of their behavior. In Farid case, we can see the low participation may happen when the learning too difficult for him. When that's not motivating him. Through is find out the task is very difficult. He may lose some interest or attention, became to willing to participation. From his behavior for a behavior perspective, we can help Fari encouraging the behavior that can see through positive reinforcement. For example, we can reinforce Farid when he sits and pay attention or concentrating in the class or he is participating in classroom activities. The important point is that we should reinforce the behavior immediately after it happens. This helps Farid understand that is a positive behavior leading to is something he likes, something he values. For example, Farid sits and pay attention for a few minutes. The teacher can immediately praise him by saying, "Good job, Farid." That this can encourage him to repeat that behavior, good behavior. So instead of focus only on what is Farid is doing wrong, the behavior approach encourages to identify, strengthen to behavior that support his learning also. So next slide, I will explain some reinforcement strategies that can be used with Farid. The first strategy is verbal praise. For example, we can say, "Good job, Farid," when he's following instruction, completing his task. Praise should be passive and given immediately. If he completes his task, we should praise him on the way. The second strategy is using stickers. Farid can receive a sticker whenever he successfully participate or complete a small task. After collecting a certain number of stickers, he could receive a perfect one. Like he knows when he do something good, teacher give him like a sticker or praise him very good. And the third strategy is prefer activities. For example, completing his work, Farid can have a short play or play break, or participate in activity that he enjoys. This give him something positive and look forward to. Another important strategy is start with a small achievable task. We should not expect Farid to complete a long or difficult task immediately. Instead we can break the task into smaller steps. When we successfully complete each step, we can provide reinforcement. Finally, reinforcement should given immediately and consistently. This helps Farid make clear connection between his behavior and positive consequences. Overall, these reinforcement strategies can help increase Farid's motivation, attention, participation, and engagement in classroom activities also. Therefore, by understanding Farid's behavior and using positive reinforcement, teacher can create more supportive learning environment, encourage Farid to participate more actively. This is my analysis. Thank you.
For my part, I will analyze Farid's case using the humanistic approach and explain why I believe this is the most suitable approach to help him. The humanistic approach by Maslow and Rogers believes that students cannot focus on learning if their emotional needs are not met, and the goal is to help students feel safe, valued, and reach their full potential. From a humanistic views, Farid's main issue here is belonging. Maslow said after safety, we need to feel we belong. Farid said he doesn't know anyone and it is hard for him to make friends online, so he withdraws. But the icebreaker activity proved that he still wants to connect. When given a safe chance, he became active again. For motivation, Rogers said students learn best when they feel valued. Right now, Farid is only doing the bare minimum to pass. That is extrinsic motivation. His intrinsic motivation to participate is low because he doesn't feel connected to the class yet. Behaviorist and cognitive approaches can also help, but without addressing the belonging first, they may not work. And I believe the humanistic approach is the most suitable first step. 1. It addresses the root cause, which is loneliness. 2. The case show Farid only participated during a social activity. 3. Building real connection leads to long-term change. We acknowledge that behaviorist and cognitive approaches can help too. But if Farid still feels alone, rewards or learning strategies alone will not work. And for Farid to participate again, Cikgu Aina must first build a caring and connected classroom community. To conclude for Farid, learning cannot happen until he feels he belongs. The humanistic approach helps us build that caring community first. Once Farid feels safe and connected, his natural motivation to learn will return. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Based on our analysis using the cognitive, behaviorist, and humanistic approaches, our group recommends 6 learning strategies to help Farid improve his confidence, participation, and overall learning experience in online classes. These strategies focus on supporting both his academic performance and his emotional well-being. The first strategy is pair and small group activities. Based on the humanistic approach, by working with 1 or 2 classmates in a comfortable and low-pressure environment, Farid can gradually build friendship and develop a stronger sense of belonging. The second strategy is positive reinforcement. Based on the behavior approach, teacher Aina can praise Farid, give digital badges or reward points whenever he participates actively. This encourages him to continue displaying positive learning behavior. The third strategy is gradual participation, which combines the cognitive and humanistic approaches. Instead of forcing Farid to speak in front of the whole class, the teacher can allow him to participate step by step. For example, he can begin by responding through the chat box, then join pair discussion, and finally share his idea with the whole class. This gradual process helps build his confidence. These strategies are important in helping Farid overcome his hesitation and slowly adapt to active participation in class. The fourth strategy is collaborative learning. Teacher Aina can place Farid in group with supportive classmates. This allows him to improve his communication skill, develop friendship, and adjust more easily to his new school environment. The fifth strategy is periodic emotional check-in session. The teacher can have short individual conversation with Farid to understand how he is feeling and monitor his progress. This helps Farid feel supported, respected, and valued. The final strategy is creating an inclusive learning environment. Teacher Aina should continue organizing activities such as icebreaker, class discussion, and interactive learning tasks. A friendly and inclusive classroom environment helps all students, especially Farid, feel comfortable and motivated to participate. Together, their strategy ensure that Farid receives both academic and emotional support throughout his learning journey. In conclusion, Farid's case shows the good academic performance does not always mean a student is fully engaged in learning. Although his grade remains stable, he struggles with confidence, social connection, and participation after transferring to a new school. The cognitive approach explains how Farid thought influenced his behavior. The behaviorist approach show the positive reinforcement can encourage participation. Meanwhile, the humanistic approach highlights the importance of belonging, acceptance, and emotional support. Therefore, combining these three approaches provides the best support for Farid by creating a supportive learning environment, encouraging positive behavior, and helping him build meaningful relationships. Teacher Aina can improve Farid's motivation, confidence, and active participation in class.